Why the sub versus dub debate is stupid in 2025. Reason 1. Not all subs are good. Okay, this take will probably rile up some feathers, but you know I'm right. Some people, not all, that watch sub will constantly tell you, the English dub is shit, watch it in Japanese, the original will always be better. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm so funny. But they never tell you why it's better, which is why I made this video, to tell you why the sub versus dub argument is kinda stupid, especially in 2025. Sub elitists tend to forget that subs are still just, well, translations, meaning they involve interpretation and in some cases, censorship, or even simplification. Case in point, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Season 1, Episode 12. In this interaction between Toru and Lukwa in the Japanese dub, this is what they say to each other.
何ですかその格好。いつも言われるから露出度を抑えたんだ。どうかな。次は体を変えるといいですよ。
Now, I bet you're thinking, Eclipse, the script writer for the English translation wouldn't possibly butcher the original script to push their own agenda to the people watching the dub, right? Well, hear for yourself.
What are you wearing that for?
Oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves, so I changed clothes.
Give it a week, they'll be begging you to change back.
Now, you tell me, dear viewer, does the English version even sound like they're talking about the same thing as the Japanese version? No, they don't. Two completely different pieces of context. Now, I'm not saying that every sub is like that, but it does become a problem when script writers just intentionally change up lines in the English version just to push their own narrative. Kind of like what I'm doing with this video script. Reason 2. Dubs have improved. Okay, I'll admit it. Most dubs, with the exception of a few, back then were, well, shit. I mean, if I had to watch the BBC dub of Urusei Yatsura on TV back when that aired, yes, that's a real dub, I'd never watch anime in English again. Yeah, maybe it's best we leave the English dubbing to the Americans. I mean, sure, most dubs in the 90s and early to mid 2000s weren't the best.
Answer me! Who are you?
It's Big Green!
But there were some good gems during that time. I mean, just look at the English dub for Ghost Stories. They completely changed the script to the point where you'd think you're watching an abridged version on YouTube. It's full of dark jokes, innuendos, offensive stereotypes, and most importantly, it's funny as fuck. But it definitely wouldn't slide nowadays.
You! What do you want?
Thanks a lot, man.
Huh? I think she's right. You are retarded.
See? Creative freedom can be both a blessing and a curse. Anyways, back on topic. Before the 2020s, there have been many cases where some dubs have even been better than the original, especially in comedy or stylized dialogue, with shows like Black Lagoon, Kill la Kill, Pantene Stuck with Garter Belt, Ghost Stories, and the Dragon Ball series, just to name a few. But nowadays, voice acting is much more of a respected craft, with studios localizing scripts more thoughtfully, sometimes even to the point where you'll see modern slang in your dubs, although if not used right, it will sound kinda jarring. Kinda like this scene from My Hero Academia.
Oh, big yikes! Like that was for realsies close. Hawks is a total riz cake. You can't unalive that snack. I'd enter my grief era. Hold up, fam. You sure that's all for one? Wendy get a face card.
Yeah, that was kind of a real thing she said in the dub. Kinda cringe, not gonna lie. Reason 3. It's just a matter of preference. With platforms like Netflix and Crunchyroll and sketchy sites I won't mention offering both sub and dub tracks by default for most shows, it's as easy as changing a setting. I mean, wanna see Goku scream for 5 minutes with the Bruce Falconer score? Cool. Wanna hear Ichigo say in Japanese? Go ahead. But when people tell me that watching anime one way or another is the only way to experience it and every other way is wrong, that to me just sounds like gatekeeping, which will push away new fans, which is something you definitely don't want to happen if you want your community to grow. This doesn't apply to anime necessarily, it can be said about anything from video games, movies, TV, music, and many other forms of media in general. Sub, dub, whatever. Just try not to tell people how they should watch their anime, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to just preference. Reason 4. Anime is global now. I mean, just face it, anime really isn't that niche anymore. It isn't like, say, 10-15 years ago when your normie friends would look at you weird for even thinking that you liked anime, or when you were probably known in school as that weird anime kid and got bullied for it, Although some of you kind of deserved it, not gonna lie. Back then, there were only like a few places where you could find people like you that liked anime, such as internet forums, Facebook groups, conventions, and all like those things. Anime back then really wasn't as big compared to nowadays, where you have brands doing collabs with popular anime, celebrities cosplaying as anime characters, and streaming services buying licensing rights to stream anime on their platforms. I mean, fuck, we even got billionaires promising to make us genetically engineered cat girls. Before they fell off the political deep end, that is. To say that anime has become a cultural phenomenon in the last couple of years would really be an understatement. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we even know someone who's watched even the most generic, normie anime you could think of, or we know someone who's super into anime, to the point where they've seen series that new gens probably never heard about, like Black Lagoon.
I got her, hermano. We can go now. Okay?
Higurashi, Golden Boy, just to name a few. Long story short, live anime, love anime, breathe anime, watch anime.